What's up, y'all? I know it's pretty early. It's about 9 9:12 right now. I just hit a run like around 7 o'clock, and I had breakfast. I'm kind of full, kind of tired, but I decided to do my lift this early because I got a long day ahead of me. Like I got a class at 11 to like 1:30, and then I got a class from 2 to 3:15, and then right afterwards I gotta go do some community service, and then I gotta go study. So my day is super packed. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the footage, and I'll see you in the gym. Testing, testing, testing. What's up, everyone? Sorry for like the little slight angle on the camera. I didn't realize that like my camera was a little slightly tilted, but anyways, we're starting off with a warm up, 10 reps, chin ups, and then the next part of it is just 5 reps with 45 pounds. I really like this warm up. Normally in warm ups, you feel like really tired because obviously you're warming up your muscles, but it's better to always do the same warm up. Like, never really change your warm up that much unless you want to like tweak it a little bit, but only really change one thing. Like in swimming, like we always changed our warm up. We really never had like a consistent warm up, but I I guess for like cardio, it's a little different. You can probably change it up many times just to like figure out what maybe works for you. But I've never really had like trained a consistent warm up to see if it like really benefited me. But for in terms of like anaerobic exercise or strength training, I think sticking to the same warm up is probably ideal. The next part of my warm up consists of 10 pike push ups. I really like doing pike push ups for warming up handstand push ups because I'm not that strong enough to where I can just blast out like 5 handstand push ups and warm myself up, but I can blast 10 pike push-ups because it's an easier variation. I mean, I could go for a little bit of more of a challenging type of pike push-up. Like I can do it on the box that's right there. That's kind of holding my what is that? Also, that's where my tripod goes in. But yeah, I really like this warm up. Again, my goal is to get the one arm chin up. So training my chest and I guess shoulders is not really a top priority, but I still have to train everything out evenly just to get like a really get a nice looking body. Like you can't just like overemphasize one muscle group over another. You gotta train everything. And so for our first set here, I'm doing 65 pounds for almost 3 reps. I did fail it, but that just means next week I'm gonna be doing 65 and attempt to get 3, and then decrease the assistance. As you can tell, I used my other hand to help. And I think for my left side, I might have gotten all 3, if I'm not mistaken. Let's watch the video here. I don't remember. And for these assisted neutral grip pull-ups, I really started jerking my shoulder a lot, and I could tell then because it just started hurting immediately. I was just more focused on bringing the weight up instead of having focus slow and controlled. I mean, you can probably tell here on this last set I did 95 pounds of assistance for 6 reps. I did it 2 sets. The first like 5 reps were flying through. As you can see, I'm going a little fast, not really slow and controlled, just because I wanted to. I was feeling pretty tired because not even more than like less than an hour ago, I did 4.5 miles. So I was already at like a lower baseline, I guess you could say. But there are zero excuses. I trained as hard as I could. And as you can tell, I needed to had to assist myself. It's right here. You can tell like I'm flying through the reps, and like as soon as I'm done with this, like I can tell my shoulders like, oh yeah, I was jerking it way too much. And I think that's the main cause of my my shoulder problem, my left shoulder. That's why I've been like cupping it all season. I mean, it was bothering me all swim season long. Like it was just painful at certain times, and it just kept getting. I feel like the pain kind of just stagnated. Like some weeks would get better, but like one time I was doing like dumbbell bench press and it just hurt so much. Like it was actually unbearable. Like I couldn't even do bench press. That's how bad it was. So for this first set, I didn't go all the way down because I was kind of ambitious with the 45-pound plates. I didn't realize how great of a deficit that was. So I only did 3 reps when I planned I planned 2 reps full range of motion, but I just decided to go for 3 partial range of motion. Not my best, but I'm I move it down to the 10 pound, which is a little bit of a deficit, and then afterwards I could really tell that like there was a difference. So I did 3 reps here. I probably should be closer to the wall. Might have made my reps a little bit easier, but nonetheless, it was really good. 2 reps, I touch all the way down, bang my head. I guess I only do 2 reps, and I guess the last set. So that means next week I'll start with 3 reps for the first set, and then the next 2 sets I'll probably just stick to 2. Same deficit, 10 pounds. Probably aim to keep my hands closer to the wall, just to make it easier. Because I've noticed whenever you're like further back from the wall, it's really hard to do handstand push-up. I mean, if you're training for like the free handstand push-up, it's pretty beneficial. But right here, next is chest flies for isolation work. I really like these chest flies. They really stretch my chest, and they also stretch my anterior delt, which I don't really mind that much, but I really don't need to keep developing it. It's like kind of overdeveloped, I would say, compared to my like side and rear delts. But I didn't feel that much of a pump compared to last week. I think it's just because of like the neurological adaptations from trying like a new exercise that had like a increased range of motion, and I guess my body is getting a little bit used to the stimulus. But then on the second set I did 90 pounds, and then the last set I went back to 85 because 90 was pretty challenging. So next week I'll do 80 pounds. I'll start with 90, or no, I'll start with 85, then do the last 2 sets 90, and eventually work to all 3 sets 90. That's really what I'm aiming for. I'm not really chasing the weight, more so I'm just chasing the contraction. As you can see, they're slow and controlled. And I really like this machine, and then hopefully Crunch Fitness has a similar machine to this. I highly doubt it'll probably be the one where I have to hold it with my arms, and I really don't like that one because I feel like it just stretches my shoulder in such a weird way that it's not like, it's more focused on like the anterior delt versus just my chest, which I'm trying to focus on because I feel like it's a lagging body part compared to the rest of my upper body. My shoulders used to be like a lagging body part, but now they've caught on pretty well. So right here I'm doing slow and controlled. It's kind of a weird angle that I'm pulling at, but my shoulders were really bothering me. It was bothering me a little bit on my right side, but it was really bothering me on the left side. But compared to last week, it's overall better because I'm not in so much pain. I'm doing 65 pounds. I think I do it for just 1 set. And again, I've been getting like such a great pump from listening to Mike Menser. I think he has, I'm kind of just glazing him, but he has a lot of like beneficial information. It was so sad that he died pretty early in life. I think 45 is when he died, and he had a brother too, who looked just like him, talked like him, and was just as big as him, and he died 2 days later. Kind of sad way to go, but I think a lot of people are catching on to what he's like saying. My philosophy is pretty high intense. I mean, he might consider I'm doing too much volume, but honestly, I think I'm just doing just the right amount of volume. I mean, I do believe like training till failure, but I feel like you need to get like a couple more sets, and I guess that means you haven't really truly trained to failure. But in my eyes, these like sub-maximal sets are making me better over time. I mean, that's how like most sports work. We're training sub-maximally. Sometimes we're training as max as possible, but you can only do that for like so many days. Versus like sub-maximally, you can train like 4 or 5 times a week. Versus like maximally, you could probably train like once or twice. Like I know a lot of Olympic sprinters only sprint like truly as hard as they can, like once or twice a week, and in other days they're working on form, plyometrics, strength work. And it's pretty interesting to hear that. And then like you hear like distance runners, they're always training like sub-maximally. Like you're supposed to do the 80-20 rule, which is like 80% of your runs are easy and easy runs, quote unquote, and then the other 20% are as like hard as you can do it. And you're really focusing on like recovery in these runs because like the easy runs are supposed to develop your slow twitch muscle fibers, and also your what is it, like they're supposed to increase your heart, like this, like they're supposed to train to make your heart better. That's what I'm trying to say. For this last set, I did 60 pounds. Not too shabby. I think I'm definitely getting stronger every week. Hopefully, whenever I switch to the other the assisted pull-up machine and crunch, that it's not that big of a difference, because I know it's the one that you can like have like both your knees on. I mean, you could stand on it, but I might get yelled at like the employees. But I'll try to stand as much as I can. But since I'm like 6 foot, whenever I stand on like a assisted machine like that, I like touch the bottom instantly, and I don't get like the full range of motion. So I usually kneel, but since I also sweat a ton, I just slip and slide on the assisted machine. So I guess that means I need to bring like a towel or something. But I really like the assisted pull-up machine that's here. Really wish I could have focused more on that for a little bit longer, but I'm graduating and trying to move on to a new stage of life. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Trying to be a chiropractor. So I guess this kind of fits me pretty well, considering I'm lifting, and this is one of my passions. But for like the tricep press downs, I was doing what I said last week, where I'll do a fast concentric, and then I did a very, very slow eccentric, and it's just been giving me amazing results. Like I don't know what to say. Sorry about that, but yeah, I've just been grinding this season. I don't think I really will hit my goals that I've set for myself, which I'm not too sad about that. I've made a lot of progress already this season, but hopefully, like during finals week, that I'm able to hit 225 on power clean for 2 reps and hit as close as I can to like 40 pounds of assistance, maybe around 55. That's probably more realistic, maybe 50 pounds, but that would give me a good benchmark for, and you can tell I'm just flexing right here. A good benchmark for when I train at crunch. And here, I noticed my friend Bennett. We're both flexing, so I hope you all enjoyed the video and enjoy us mogging the camera. Peace.